was a head chef at a high-end restaurant in downtown Chicago. I'd been there for 6 years, working my way up from line cook. The place had a reputation, both for its food and for the way management treated staff. It was a Friday night in December, our busiest season. Every table booked, private room hosting some tech company's holiday party. Then my phone rang. My sister's name flashed on the screen. I never answered during service, but she'd called 3 times in 5 minutes. Something was wrong. Mom collapsed at the grocery store, she said, voice shaking. They think it's a stroke. Ambulance is taking her to Northwestern. They said we need to get there fast, Mikey. It's bad. My heart dropped. Mom had raised us alone after Dad left, working 2 jobs, never missing a single one of my culinary school competitions. She was only 58. I handed control to my sous chef, James. He'd been with me for 4 years. I trusted him completely. I've got this, he said, squeezing my shoulder. Go. I was grabbing my keys from the office when Bradley, the owner, stepped in. He'd been entertaining clients at table 9 all night, drinking expensive wine and barely touching his food. Where exactly do you think you're going? His words slurred slightly. We have a full house and the Aston account hasn't even gotten their main course. My mom's in the hospital, possible stroke. I need to go now. He moved to block the door, swaying slightly. Your personal problems aren't my concern. Either stay or don't come back. I'd put up with a lot from Bradley over the years. The screaming, the throwing things, the taking credit for my menu innovations. But this crossed a line I didn't even know I had. My mother could be dying, and I have a restaurant full of people paying $300 a head. What's your point? The rage that filled me was cold and clarifying. I untied my apron slowly, deliberately, and handed it to him. What are you doing? He asked, suddenly unsure. Choosing my mother over your profit margin. I quit. His face contorted with anger, then panic as he realized what this meant. You can't quit mid-service. Who's gonna run the kitchen? I smiled for the first time that night. You are. Good luck with the soufflés. They're particularly temperamental tonight. I pushed past him. Mom survived, thank God, but the recovery was slow. I spent every day at the hospital for a week, helping her relearn how to hold a spoon, watching her struggle to find simple words. 3 days after I quit, James showed up at the hospital with containers of homemade soup and news from the restaurant. Bradley fired the entire night staff when we stood up for you, he said, pulling up a chair next to Mom's bed. He tried to run service himself and it was a disaster. Food sent back, hour-long waits. He blamed us, but everyone knew. I'm sorry I left you hanging, I told him. He waved it off. Some things matter more than a job. How's she doing? Mom smiled weakly at him, squeezing his hand. She always had a soft spot for James. 2 weeks later, Chef Martin, my old culinary school mentor, showed up at the hospital. I'm opening a new place in Wicker Park. I need a head chef I can trust, he said. The salary he offered was double what I'd been making, with healthcare that would cover Mom's rehabilitation. More importantly, he emphasized a family-first workplace culture. I've worked in too many toxic kitchens, Martin said. Life's too short. Good food can come from happy chefs. I truly believe that. I started a month later, after Mom was stable enough to move in with my sister. On my first day, I had to leave early for Mom's physical therapy appointment. I approached Martin's office, rehearsing my apology. Family comes first, he said before I could even explain. Go. The kitchen will survive without you for a few hours.